Welcome back, everybody, to one of your favorite podcasts in the whole world. It's Obstacle Discourse with Davis and Chace. With your safety is our number one priority. Joining us once again, Josh's fat cat. And Josh.
And also Josh. Safety back on top this week. What happened? What happened? Wait, what do we do with all those other priorities?
They out the window, man. We got to have safety back on top.
All right.
Well,
I'll tell you what you let me just PSA for safety.
Okay.
It's summertime.
Right?
Summertime means you're going to be outside.
Right.
Probably with your shirt off.
Right.
Not all of us have all that chest hair to save us from sunburn.
Right.
Wear your goddamn sunscreen and reapply your goddamn sunscreen, because I got toasted this weekend and I was at Little Pond. I'm in the water, hanging out. The top of my feet got sunburnt through the water. I saw that
post. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh my God, my feet are just itchy. Itching is my number one priority right now.
Do you have some aloe or some lanolin or some salve?
Lanolin, like sheep's wool? Lanolin? It's a news. Jesus Christ. What's the movie with Will Ferrell? Anchorman. It's an Anchorman joke.
Got a lot of comments on the Dinny Moore stew, by the way.
You did?
Yeah.
I got not a single one.
Well, ORM is a super popular channel, and people often weigh in on things we talk about.
Was that super popular a pun?
No. Why would that be a pun?
Stew.
Oh, super. Oh, I was thinking Spartan super. My life is Spartan, bro. Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we'll get to
Matt once again wearing his comfortable Cinco de Mayo shirt.
I love this shirt. Love this shirt so much. Well, Josh, I want to talk about my recent travel experience, and I'm going to say that I'm not traveling again for a long time. I'm done traveling. I had a bunch of trips. I want to get tested again and then not travel again. I missed a flight on the way back, which is like I had plenty of time. I missed the flight.
That's 2 missed flights for you in less than a year.
I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No one should miss a flight in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's inexcusable.
And I ended up it worked out okay. It was one of those, like, the flight's 5 hours later, but you only get home an hour later because there was no connection. But I'm just, dude, if I fly red eye, I am toast. For a day. Like, I may as well just have flown back the next morning because it's wasted. But for those that don't know, I was flown to Phoenix, Arizona for this Murph attempt. And the one and only Chrissy, good old Chrissy Nichols, gave me a great phrase. She says, "You got fit fished." And I'm not happy about it, in that it's a frustrating experience. If you haven't watched the video, which I will link, I think I answered most questions in a relatively short time. But yeah, you can't do it. If you're wondering if you can break that Murph record, you probably can't. It's the best I could say is it's like running that 355 mile because you've gotten pretty close, previously.
So what was Hunter's time? 34 and change?
34:13.
Okay. And what was this guy's time even with all the garbage reps?
It was 30 seconds more with bad reps, but that's a massive change. There's a massive change when you've done half the work, essentially.
Right. When did you so the funny part was, like, I had no desire to talk about this last week, obviously, as you know. Now it's like, what a debacle. This story is like, it's just amazing. When did you know that this guy was full of garbage?
Well, again, it's like people, I just think for some reason there's this delusion people have about it, where they're like,
Or about
oh, well, I can
themselves.
do this. I've done this myself really quickly.
Yeah.
But again, like you and I don't think we can run a 4-minute mile. You know what I mean? Or even if, even if somebody we know who's really fast, like a Woods or anybody who's run like in their life, like a 4:20, and then like, so I'm pretty sure I could break it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, no, actually you can't. So you're not going to break it, guys. I'm sorry. And if this fires you up to do it, which I know that works for some people, like, well, now you just great, but you're going to submit to me a time that's pretty close and where I can see the depth of your squat reps and I can see your push-ups with the vest on, and you know what I mean? So there's some weird delusion out in the world where people just throw everything out and are like, yep, I can do this,
Is it safe to say that this individual has probably never submitted his workouts or done a workout with like an official official next to him saying no rep?
That's the problem, is people don't know what a good squat is. And I think this is what Armin was talking about. Like people who do CrossFit do. So bringing this right back home, we had a little High Rocks workout and one Ricky Fit did phenomenal squats. And one Jason Wong did, sorry, Jason, garbage squats.
Ooh,
so as I said in my defense of Kempson, like I get you don't mean to, but that's why you have someone there going, nope, 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 get deeper, get deeper, get deeper. And then once you get deeper, now you're going to slow way down and your body is going to give you a completely different number. So please watch the video where I explain it and where I also explain that I really liked him as a person. We had a great breakfast. We had a great chat afterwards. I really enjoyed the people who brought me out and made this possible. Like I like everybody, but I can't do it. And then just, you know what I mean? It would be like if you and I showed up to a Spartan race and obstacles were broken and we'd be like, yep, Spartan's great. You know what I mean? Sorry. Gotta call.
I'm sort of shocked you didn't just go like radio silent and be like, this is not like, I'm not going to cover this at all. Instead, like you could almost see your internal struggle of like, yeah, these guys like brought me out here and I sort of have to report on it, but like,
they were all cool with it. Like I thought they might be upset, but the people who brought me out weren't upset. And, Joe is not upset. He admits all of his faults. But again, something about this idea of so here's what Hunter has been saying since the last one is next year we're going to do it again. We're going to make it a whole thing. I'm going to invite like some top people and we'll all have judges and we'll raise money and we'll make this a yearly event. Now, people say shit like that all the time. Hey, let's do this next year. Hey, let's do this every week. And they don't. However, when it came up, when he was texting me that morning, Joe was like, can I talk to Hunter and congratulate him? And I've realized how hard this is now. Hunter said, yeah, we're doing this. So it's now been 2 months. Hunter's still planning on doing it. I won't believe it until we get pretty close. And if it happens, like, that'll be awesome. And we'll get some really fit ass people out there to do it. And unless it's like the tops, like, the Hepners and the Vellners and the, Matt Frazier's of the world. Frazier's not going to go, but that's who has a potential chance of doing it.
Yeah. And those are the people I would want to see doing it, not average Joe.
Right.
From Arizona.
Let's move on.
Do you think you have coronavirus?
Well, when this, I messaged you, or we talked about it last week, that when all these NBA players had it and none of them had symptoms, there's a possibility. So just this morning, I was supposed to give blood and get tested. That did not happen. I'm not going to explain why, but I'm going to, I'm going to go back later this week, donate blood, which I suggest you do as well. Go to redcross.org. You can donate blood for free, make an appointment. You fill out a thing online, bing, bang, boom, and you go. But at this point, I still have not shown any symptoms, if that's the question.
All right.
Moving on. I have a question for you.
Hit me.
My eldest son, Jackson Davis.
Oh shit!
What?
I forgot that you emailed me. Was it going to be about that?
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Okay. Whatever I emailed you is not that important because I can't remember. Jackson Davis begged us for a PS4 for years.
Right? It's about this.
Okay, 4 years. And we finally get him one, and he's playing the Fortnite. He's loving it. We have to limit it, or he'd play it literally 24 hours a day, so we have to take it away. He can only play for it a couple hours at a time. And he's loving it. And then a couple weeks ago, he's like, hey, can we take this back and I'll get a PC instead, and I'll help you. Like, I can build it. It'll be inexpensive, and I can Google how to build it. Like he had kind of a good like thing about it. And I was going to do it. And I was like, sure. Cause what's the difference if we sell the other one and get the money back? And then I thought, well, actually that's fucking work. And like to ship it and to get, somebody has to buy it online. And what if it doesn't show up? And just the fact that like, what if that when he gets the computer, he's like, oh, actually I like the other one better. So Josh, what is the fucking difference and why does it matter? And please talk to me about this, because Stacy and I are both like, no, fuck that. He begged for this thing forever, and it's good. It works fine. So talk to me, Josh.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Your whole life?
My entire life, Matt. Young Jackson has seen the light and wants to ascend into what is globally known as the PC Master Race.
Oh, Jax, you can't even make that joke, Josh. I'm going to edit that if I remember.
No, you can definitely say that. So there's all right, in the world of obstacle course racing, right? There are Spartans, there are mudders,
right,
and there's savages in there too,
right?
In the world of gaming, there are generally 3 silos.
Okay.
Xbox,
right?
PlayStation,
right?
PC Master Race.
Okay, you got it, Josh. Stop saying that. You were going to get us both canceled.
That's not fine. There's a whole subreddit called PC Master Race. It's totally fine. If it's on Reddit, they approve of it. It's okay. The premise is essentially that people that play on PC are infinitely better than people that play on Xbox and PlayStation. So the differences. I won't go into the differences because we'll just bore people to death at that point.
Josh, again, remember, trust me as the host here. Trust me as the master host.
They tune in for this. You're right.
Well, not just that, but that if I'm bored, I'll tell you, this is boring. Move on now. You're good. Keep going.
All right. So PlayStation, Xbox, right? Buy one out of the box, turn it on. Easy, right? Set up an account. Boom. Easy.
Right.
Any game that was designed is going to be designed and optimized for that console.
But that's the other issue that I have, by the way, that as we've talked about before, Jackson changes usernames and passwords all the time. And then you have to have a different PlayStation name, but for the same account.
Yeah, the whole account management thing on consoles now is a mess. Like when I play on Xbox with my friends, I have to have their Xbox friend ID. I have to have their Activision friend ID. If it's a person playing on PlayStation,
why hasn't 2020 figured that out yet?
Because everybody still wants to think that their fucking widget is the best, and they're like, we want to use our thing, and they have to like cross-contaminate with all these.
Like platforms. If I download any app, right, and next week I got an Android, I could still download and type in my email and password, and it would work. It wouldn't say, wait, this is your Android password. So is it that similar? Tech Corner?
Sort of. It's like, you got to link your. All right, here's one you can relate to. Right?
You got to uplink your downcom.
Yeah, you gotta downstream your upscale. Remember the ultravirus race? I had to sign up with my Run sign up account and use the same email address, right? It's the same.
You didn't have to. We just made it easy that way for you.
Okay, well, you don't have to on your Xbox and PlayStation, but they just make it easy that way for you.
No, that does make sense. I understand that because we imported your data that way.
Yeah. Yep. It's very annoying, to be honest, and they should just have a universal thing. Getting back to the PC PlayStation thing. So PlayStation, right? That when you design a game, it's a single console. Game developers design it. They say, this is our piece of hardware. We only have to optimize for this. PC is a little different. You can build it, right? It's like a car. You can pick any fucking chassis you want. You can change all the innards and all this stuff. And you essentially build it, and then performance going to be better on a PC. So a lot of kids nowadays,
the phrase "I'm lagging" has come up a few times.
Yeah, that you can tell him. You can tell him that your internet buddy Josh has said that lag on a PC won't be any different than lag on his PlayStation. That's not what's causing the issue.
Well, the reason I don't understand, because as a Gen Xer, we played Nintendo, or if we're really cool, we had the Atari, right? We played those games, and if you had a PC, you played games that came with the PC.
Other games, right? Like Nintendo, you played Zelda. With PC, you played Doom.
Well, there was no cross-pollination, so it just never even occurred that one was better than the other. It was just like a PC was still, you did a thing you mostly did work on, right? Or maybe browsed Netscape. I mean, I'm trying to remember, like,
just name dropping like a son of a bitch over here.
Well, right. Well, because literally, so I had an Atari. Listen, I had an Atari 2600. Okay, I played Pong. Okay, I played tanks. Okay,
Missile Command, loved it.
I didn't like Missile Command. I played Pitfall Harry. Right, what's the name of that one?
Pitfall.
Right. Fucking awesome. Okay, I even played E.T. Okay.
Oh yeah, worst game ever.
Worst game ever. There's a whole documentary about it. It's phenomenal. You should watch it if you're really into documentaries about games that don't work anymore. And we just, again, a PC was like a fucking a thing. Like maybe you could type a Word document, except it wasn't even called Word yet. I remember when my parents had Lotus Notes to do stuff. So can I? Again, he's thinking about the wallet, and he's like, hey, and he emailed me some parts, basically. He emailed me like a hard drive and a thing, but we can still use the monitor, the TV he has, right, as the monitor.
Yes.
Which is just a basic Roku 32-inch, right? Still use that. Yep. Connects through HDMI probably, right?
Yep.
And then we just need a keyboard and a hard drive, right?
Yes.
And then you play with the keys?
Yep.
Play with the arrows and the shift and the whatnots?
And the mouse. Yep.
Oh, the mouse. Sorry. So if you want to play versus, because that was what I was excited about. I was like, hey, me and him can play like Madden or NBA Jam. Like that's because I'm not into the Fortnite, but I'd like to play you something, right? Yeah. So how does one do that with keyboards?
You generally don't. It's a one person thing. Matt, I'm gonna go against all of my insides are screaming out right now, but I'm gonna go against the grain on all of it. Just keep the PlayStation, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying buying a computer is going to be more expensive. It can be more expensive, right? You can spend $3,000 on a gaming computer, or you can spend. That would not happen. Right, you can spend $600 to get this
computer. This computer that I'm holding, that is the ORM makes movies and podcasts, is not a $3,000 computer. So there's no way I'm buying.
So in terms of like ease of use and convenience for your life, the PlayStation is much easier. Can a PC do more and have higher potential? Absolutely. But are you then involving yourself in buying more devices, having to put it together, getting frustrated, saying, why did I ever do this? We had a great PlayStation.
All right. Well, I'm not going to tell him how close he was. I'm not going to tell him the first part of what you said. I'm only going to tell him the last part of what you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I said, listen, dude, you got to keep it like a year at least. Like you begged us for 5 years.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like when Emma got to go on this huge trip to see what's her name. And I said, Emma, you can't in a couple months be like, no, this is the real one. Like I'm like, no, like we spent money on this thing for you as like this massive gift. All right, thank you. Stacy will be very happy.
Yeah.
And I want to fucking play Madden shit. Like I would like to.
Yeah.
It sounds fun to me. He wants to teach me how to play Fortnite, which, I mean, when I watch him play, I'm like, is this like what our parents looked at with the Atari? Because it wasn't nearly as complicated. Like when I see him like building, shooting, building, and I'm like, this is happening way too fast. Like I do not even think I could learn this. And I still don't understand the concept of, I know I asked you this on previous episodes, but I still don't understand the concept of you can spend money on things, but you can't buy your way to being good. So
right.
I still don't understand the difference. So it's just skins you're paying for?
Yeah, and my buddies and I were just talking about this with Call of Duty last night. Like the whole premise of these games now, right, is to just milk as much fucking money out of people as you can.
Well, of course.
Which I hate, right? So this whole concept of like microtransactions, buying things within. So you got to buy this game, right? Every year a new game comes out, a new Call of Duty comes out. It's $60. You got to buy it, or there's $100 collector's edition that comes with more fucking widgets. I guess this is kind of the premise of some of the virtual races we do. I don't know. So you buy the game, and then it's like, hey, you're in the game. You want to buy this pack that comes with like this crazy looking gun. Now you can't. It's not that you have to go buy the gun to then use it in the game. You get the gun. We'll give you the gun, right?
Right.
Now they'll just give you a skin that looks cool, right? Or a little. When you fire a bullet, it's a different color now. Like none of that affects your gameplay. None of it. It's
but that's
all
good.
Aesthetic.
I don't like the fact that you can buy your way
I
to
agree.
the top.
I'm 100% on board. And
what's the character in Ready Player One? Right, that guy, right, who just bought all the shit. We don't like that guy. That's evil.
Yeah,
we want it to be meritocracy.
They call that pay to win. Those people that just spend money to get better at something. But
or PTW. Do they call it that?
We'll let that jangle a bit. So yeah, it's just a weird, and the problem is like, this is what it's sort of like politics. It's like, whatever side you want, right? Why does the government keep penalizing me as a citizen? Why do I keep voting for those people into government? It's like everybody in gaming is like, I fucking hate these companies. They're money grubbing. They're constantly putting out all these microtransactions. I just spent $10 on a skin for my gun that does nothing, that nobody will see. Like, so stop feeding the leopard if you don't want it to eat your fucking face. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I've never spent money on any of that crap in a game.
Did you just turn another phrase like my mother the wheelbarrow?
Leopards eating my face. That's a thing.
Leopards eating my face?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to give some bad news, Josh. Tough Mudder is canceled for 2020. Josh is bowing his head. Now, it was my only hope, Obi-Wan. It really was. It was my only hope of like something great happening this year. Even though we saw it coming, it still was like, maybe this thing can happen. It's kind of like when you're lost. If you've run a race and before GPS existed, you're driving and you're lost, but you just keep going because somehow that's going to become magical thinking. It's going to become the right way. And then after an hour of going the wrong way, you're like, fuck, I've got to go the right way. So it was like there was just the sliver. So what this means for me, Josh, is, and I know this sounds, dare I say, counterintuitive. Today's password is counterintuitive. It means I am going to book a trip for West Virginia because
oh, snap.
Because the money I was going to spend on the one really big race I wanted to go to, I may as well go to West Virginia if that ends up being the only race we're doing. However, that's probably going to get canceled too. Are you now booking a Airbnb?
Yes. Yeah, totally.
I'm the cat. No. Look, Josh, I'm the cat meme.
Keyboard cat. First off, gutted for Tough Mudder.
Gutted. Fucking gutted.
Gutted for Tough Mudder. That sucks. I'm still will be very excited to do World's Toughest Mudder. Inside, I'm a tiny bit happy that I have another year to work on training.
As we all are, right?
Because it occurs to me, these flabby little arms are not carrying me through any obstacles for any long amount of time. That does suck. So here's the thing.
Do you know this dance, Josh?
Hold on, I wasn't even looking at you. What dance?
Do you know this dance?
Is that the spider? What do they call that? The dancing spider? I don't know that dance.
Okay.
All right. You have to promise to edit something because I'm going to say something out loud that may or may not be allowed on air. Can you promise that?
Let me write a note. Hang on. Let me write down the minutes. That's not going to help me. Hang on a second. How is your temperature okay?
What did you get that?
Your head is 83 degrees, Josh.
Jesus Christ.
Josh, I'm a race director, okay? I have a race coming up on Sunday.
That's true, you do.
92.5.
92.5? You should see a doctor.
Oh, because no, I shouldn't. Ooh, that's wrong. 92.8? That's not right.
92 degrees is not healthy.
What should I be?
96.5 to 99.5, somewhere in there.
But I'm in an air-conditioned room.
Okay. You're a zombie. That's cool, too.
This Dunkin' Donuts cup is 74. Does that make sense?
Is this all you do? You're just going around the house like 28 degrees.
Something did get screwed up. Hang on.
Okay.
Body. Here. Now it's on body. Here we go.
Okay. You were scanning your balls with it. He is 97.3. That's acceptable. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. Hang on. Let me write down. Can we just save it for the end or? Hang on. Let me write this down. God damn it.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Josh, you got a pen?
You know what the funny part is, people? I've forgotten what I even wanted to say, but I knew it had to do with something that was already canceled. Now we've made it a thing. Get down, cat. Jesus. No, cat. No. Fucking cat climbing the blinds. Get down.
All right, hit me.
It was something about Abu Dhabi. And I honestly totally forgot what it was because we just took so long to do that.
Are you being serious?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, not to take away from the Tough Mudder news, right?
Right.
So, Spartan's banking on West Virginia and Utah for this next event. I mean, they are pushing all of their chips in. Meanwhile, they're possibly canceling Abu Dhabi, right? It's no longer available to be registered. West Virginia has now instituted mandatory face covering requirements, even indoors. Like, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I'm not looking. It's not looking like there's going to be a lot going on. Like they're like, yes, let's fucking do it. West Virginia, Utah, let's go. But are we not sort of seeing that there's a trend in the wrong direction here and that maybe pump the brakes a little bit? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm just trying to say that they really want a race to happen. I get that. But with Tough Mudder doing the right thing and canceling because Texas is going in the very wrong direction, the other side of the office in Spartan Town is like, hey, I know you guys cancel races, but have you heard about West Virginia? It's just very weird. It's
I agree, Josh. And I'm going to say for those of you who, I posted in my article, by the way, Ultra World Championship looking for a location, but Greece is still going forward. And people are like, how am I going to qualify for Greece?
Yeah. And the other thing is like, do I even like, I'm equating it to sports, right? Do I even want to watch hockey right now when hockey comes back? If hockey comes back, do I even want to watch that product? No. That's me. That's my 2 cents.
Why don't you want to watch that product?
Because the chance that I have all of the athletes playing that should be playing is very slim. Fans not allowed there, right? Just it's not the product that I
well, I think
I have high regards for, so I guess I just don't want to see that.
I don't follow the hockey that much. I know some basketball players say they're not playing, but most of them will. Is a lot of the hockey guys saying they aren't?
I mean, some hockey guys are definitely objecting to it. I don't know that any have come out and said that they are not going to play.
Okay.
But then I coming back to Spartan race, right? What if Ryan Atkins can't cross the border? Do you want to see a champion? I mean, I'm sure people want to see a championship. Hell, a lot of people like, fuck, next man up. Let's go. This is my shot.
Yeah, I don't want to see, if Ryan and Lindsay aren't there, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it will have an asterisk, as we say. So let me say this. I'm going to say this, Chace. If/when those dominoes fall, Utah and when they fall, you can just like, okay, so the earliest I can run is November, the Carolina Beast, right? Like that's pretty much what's
still holding out hope for October Dallas.
Right. Well, October Dallas, right? Basically, your year is fucked, right? If that happens,
proper fucked.
Do what I did. Find yourself an ultra in the fall that you want to run and you still got months to train for it. That's what I did when Boston got canceled. Find yourself a 50K somewhere. There's plenty of them. They're much smaller. So those are starting to fire back up because they only have 200 people to begin with, and they can separate and they can do things that make it naturally socially distant. If you've never done one, many of them have shorter options. If you're not ready to run 32 miles, many of them have like half marathon options or shorter options, but get yourself out on a trail and run a race. And if you're not comfortable, then stay home and don't do that. But start looking now, as there are going to be many fall ultras. A lot of the spring ones move to the fall, and there's fall ones probably in your neighborhood that happen every year. I asked Josh about a cool event. I was like, Josh, this looks cool. And you're like, yeah, we're already doing the fucking Star Wars Lego weekend or whatever you do.
First off, I would 100% run the Star Wars Lego weekend if there was one. Second, that race did look awesome. At least the one picture they put up. This is what pisses me off. Doesn't really piss me off.
What pisses you off, Josh?
That race put up a single photo of like one slab of rock that you're like climbing along in order to run. Now there's probably 50K of trails. There is a battle royale happening behind me. There is probably 50K of trails there, and none of it looks like that. But that one photo is like, man, I want to do that. Little bit of a plug. I will be running the Mine Falls Trail Running Festival, which has 5K distances, 25K distances, and 50K distances at glorious Mine Falls in Nashua, New Hampshire on October 11th,
which is just minutes down the street from your house.
There.
It's close to your house, right?
Minutes away from my house. Glorious trails put on by one Dave Hooper at Train 180 in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Listen, maybe since WTM's not coming, maybe I'll just move my flight and I'll just come up there.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Fucking party in NH.
Because we're a big party town here, New Hampshire. I don't know what Matt's doing.
Can't get there from here.
That's Maine.
It's also Vermont.
Yeah, it's going to be trail running season for a lot of people. So, or run yourself an ultravirus. When is that?
But speaking of trail running, while Spartan is canceling the world, one of their sister companies, the Spartan Trail World Championship. Would you like to talk about the Spartan Trail World Championship?
Sure. Is that still a thing?
Let's share my screen. Guess what I'm not going to say? Let me pull it up first. Hang on. Spartan trail.
He's not asking if he's sharing a screen, but he's like, let me share my screen.
Well, I want to pick it up. I want to, what do you call it? Make sure it's on my screen first. Oh, what am I thinking? It's on the Zendesk.
Oh, that's 2 for 2 on the Zendesk this week.
Hang on, Zendesk. How do you just pull up the basic Spartan Zendesk?
I just Google Spartan Zendesk and it's the first result. I also have to click go to full site because for some reason the mobile site comes up first. Makes sense.
I know. I did notice that.
We want to talk about the Spartan Fit app?
I do not want to talk about the Spartan Fit app. Would you like to talk about the Spartan Virtual 2.0? That, like, you know why they did that? They totally did that to step on my last ultravirus race, right?
100%. Yeah, I heard they were going to name it Spartan Virtual Race 2 The Cure, but that was shot down.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share the old screen.
Tell me what I'm looking at, Matt.
What's that?
Tell me what I'm looking at.
Okay, what you are looking at, my friend, is the Spartan Zendesk Trail World Championships. Okay, the first one is virtual only, and it already happened. Oops, happened in Italy.
The Lavaredo Trail Ultra. Okay, I thought that said Corona, Italy.
Next one. Oops. Sorry. Next one
Marathon
is in Sweden. Okay.
Yep.
On August 1st. There's 100K, a 42K, and a virtual. Then Big Bear, Kodiak Big Bear, which was going to be September. Sorry, which was August, is now September. Open, elite, virtual, 100 miles, half marathon. Then there's the La Ruta, which is going to be the bike event. I mean, this is a lot of stuff, Josh.
There's a lot.
There's one in South America. There's one in Gran Canaria. Whoa.
Yeesh.
But I want to show you, there's a whole point system here. But I want to show you the good part, which is, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a point series in the leaderboard. Wow, this is a lot of stuff, Josh.
They spent a lot of time on this.
This isn't even what I thought it was. I think this is the wrong one. There's so much more money than this.
Yeah, it's like $50,000 at the end of it, right?
Right, but this one isn't even showing it properly. Like this one just says individual is 2,000, 1,000, but like which one is there? There's a 50K and 100K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a video. Let's look at the video, Josh. Now, I am going to say, can you hear this when it comes up? Because I hope you can hear it.
Usually you have to like indicate that you want to share audio through. But maybe it'll just work like magic.
$22,800 purse per event, distributed per category as follows. Here we go. Trail Ultra category pays $3,500. That's not horrible.
Oh, it's not horrible at all. Mike Wardian, heck yeah. Is it safe to say that somebody could definitely like podium their way into a couple $100 here?
I don't think there's going to be massive competition. No.
Can I register for all of them?
Well, here's the deal. You've got to apply.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to be very stringent at this point.
There's a sweet video they made, though. I want to see the sweet video. It's like, it looks better than anything Spartans put out on their regular social in a long time. Like the video looks like, you're like, why doesn't Spartan use this team? Not that I want to, crap on Spartan every chance I get, but.
Matt, watching you navigate this is infuriating, by the way.
I'm sorry. Don't call me boomer.
Right there.
Where?
Rise now to the right.
That
It's
one?
got the little video icon on it. Yes.
Jackson, you're a genius. Josh, you're a genius. Can you hear that?
I cannot hear it. No. It's okay though. I like how you closed it and restarted it. Good.
Because I'm looking for the share sound. Josh, you're not looking at this.
I'm watching it with sound.
Wait till you see the cool locations.
Oh God.
God damn it! Here we go. Wait till you see the cool cities and whatnot. I wish you could hear this. Virtual event that you already missed. This was posted 3 days before that. How is Big Bear even going to be open?
Definitely not. Hey, you want to swing down to Costa Rica? Do La Ruta?
But it's virtual La Ruta.
Oh.
So you don't have to go there. Then the Patagonia Run, which they bought. And the mythical Trans Gran Canaria, late Feb 2021. Josh, what'd you think of that? What'd you think of that sweet video?
There's just, I get it, right? They're trying to adapt. They're trying to be agile, right, and adapt to all these changes. I totally get it. The problem becomes when you try and like put together this with whatever resources you have left. The experience, especially with like the first year trail thing happening, like it's just not delivering a very good product is the issue. And to give away $30,000 in a virtual race seems like a waste of money, to be honest. Honestly, it seems like a waste of money. You're certainly not getting the broadcast power that you want from that. You're not going to get the marketing from it because you're not going to be able to show off all these photos, these grand locations, on-site interviews and all that stuff. You're not going to get any of that. So it's like, I get it. You spend a ton of money to get these events. They're just going to fall on their face.
I would love to race in Trans Gran Canaria.
I would love to have known that Trans Gran Canaria existed before today.
Well, you're not following Spartan Trail IG.
Ollie, can you point out Trans Gran Canaria on a map?
Josh, can you name the capitals of all 50 states?
No.
Can you name the presidents?
I can name several of them.
In order? At one time in your life, could you name all the capitals?
No,
they never made you memorize that in like fifth or sixth grade?
They did, but it was usually like a pot shot. Like, what's the capital of Nebraska?
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Yeah, I knew that one. Wisconsin. Madison? Is it Madison?
Yes.
I don't know. Oregon. What's the capital of Oregon, Molly?
I'm going to go with Portland.
What? Portland?
Hey, Siri.
Usually the capitals are like sneaky.
Right. Like Vermont is like not whatever. It's Montpelier. Hey, Siri. What's the capital of Oregon?
Even Siri is having
my computer and phone try to pick it up. It's confused.
Yeah.
I don't want Siri on my fucking computer.
Yeah, I got to turn that off too. I really fucking hate that.
Hey, Siri. What is the capital of Oregon?
Salem is the capital of Oregon.
Salem.
See, I told you, Salem is the capital. I would also like to make note Matt calls the state. What did you call it again? Name the state.
Oregon.
Oregon.
As opposed to
Oregon.
Where's she from?
New Hampshire. Is this a Diddy Moore thing? Don't worry, we're not in danger of racing in Oregon anytime soon.
Josh, you want to talk about Savage Race, and are you going?
I am 100% going.
Okay.
My flight is booked to Chicago. I will be at Savage Race.
Okay. Maybe I should go to that.
Maybe.
Because the odds of – is it next week? When is it?
No, it's 2 weeks. July 25th, 24th, whatever that Saturday is. 25th.
Okay. Let's put it to the audience. Should I go to Savage, which is 100% happening, or West Virginia, which the stakes are much higher, but probably won't happen? Which one should I go to? Isn't that a weird question?
That is a weird question.
This is a bird in the hand, two in the bush situation.
A goat on the roof is better than 3 goats in the yard.
What?
I don't know. Savage. I'm excited. Fingers crossed that
They're not going to cancel it. I mean, you do have to quarantine for 2 weeks, so you won't actually be able to race. But
I'll be quarantined in my car for 2 weeks after that. That's okay. Also, it exists outside of the city of Chicago.
Yes, I know.
I know.
So, do you think? I just want to see the difference between that and Spartan.
Yeah, me too. I'm when I think of it's tough to compare like a Spartan sprint to a Savage race, obviously, like obstacle wise. But when I see what's been removed, I don't think Shriveled Richards is in there. No Davy Jones Locker. So the water obstacles are going to be out. So I had a couple people be like, Savage without water? This is what I've been waiting for my entire obstacle course racing life. So,
but are they getting rid of Elite like Spartan did?
No, there is going to be a pro wave.
I think
Alex Walker is going to be there running.
Dude, go podium your way to $1,000, Josh.
I mean, they shouldn't give out any money,
but they are.
Maybe.
You just said they are.
I don't think I could podium. I honestly don't even know if I could complete all the Savage obstacles right now.
Maybe Nick Riker can sneak a podium. None of the Spartan athletes are going to go. Alex Walker, Nick Riker. Who else is going? I just said Nick was going.
Thanks, babes.
All right. We didn't end up saying anything that I need to edit, right?
No, I don't think so.
Are you leaning on your cane? What are you leaning on?
Yes, my cane. Yeah.
Are you a pimp?
My blender bottle. My Blizzander. Yep. Yeah, Savage Chicago. Come on down. Flight's super cheap. My flight was stupidly cheap.
Where are
my hotel one night is going to be more expensive than our flight round trip with baggage.
Are you and Molly going?
Yeah.
Can I crash with you guys?
No, we already have somebody crashing with us.
Oh, not
we're,
because
we're crashing with somebody that first.
Not because you don't like me.
No, Matt.
Okay.
I love you. You're like a brother to me.
Oh, thank you. Do you mean that?
I talk to you more than my actual brother.
I talk to you more than anyone in my family.
You should talk to somebody about that.
No, I mean, not like this is my family. The people that live in this house are my family.
Right.
The family of origin, as we say, not so much.
Yeah, well, there's potential that I'm running an obstacle course race in a couple weeks. I'm holding out hope. As of right now, it's on. So
it's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. I just didn't know if you were 100% booked. Do you want to share your screen and we can look up flights since you're so much better at the internet than me?
I mean, probably not.
All I had to do was touch share computer sound. God damn it.
I told you that.
It was right there the whole time. Stop waving at me, Jackson.
Problem is you have disabled sharing screens, which is the right thing to do.
Jackson, I can't hear you. I'm on a call. Now everybody just heard me yell at my child.
No, it's not the first time, so you're okay.
I'm teaching them to not interrupt. They can't just walk in and start speaking. They have to knock, wait for us to say, come in. And if we don't answer or say, go away now, then we can't talk right now.
I need to hit up mom and dad to buy me a new computer.
Okay, now you can share. I hit multiple people can share. Go ahead.
Okay, sharing. I just want to share this one stupid tab. Okay.
Search hundreds of flights at once.
Kayak, baby. Atlanta to Chicago. Now I'm flying you home on Sunday. I hope that's okay.
Let me read this important COVID-19 information.
Yes.
You're flying me home on Sunday?
I mean, that's just what I always search for. I know you ball a different way.
No. Let's do that. Because then we can ride back to the airport together since I'm crashing with you and whoever this other person is.
I will not be in Chicago the next day.
$74.
$74 Spirit direct.
So am I going to have to sit in the middle of somebody? Like, do they do the no middle seat thing? Because I heard not all airlines are doing that. Delta and Southwest, there's no middle seats.
I don't know if Spirit does the no middle seat thing. I'm pretty sure. I mean, when I looked at my tickets, they were offering to sell the middle seat. So they probably don't care. Coronavirus of the skies does not care.
I mean, it's only 2 hours, but if you're between someone you don't like, okay, can you scroll down a little bit more? Let's see if there's a Delta or a Southwest in there.
Well, Southwest won't show up on here because they don't. Southwest doesn't share their prices with Kayak. You have to go to their website directly.
Okay, go to Delta. There was a Delta.
Why don't I just filter by Delta for 137? Oh, God, my laptop is so old and dying. There you go. 137 round trip, nonstop, Atlanta to Chicago.
1:30 the next day is when it leaves?
Yep.
Wow. And then, okay. All right, Josh, anything you want to say before we sign off here, buddy?
I don't think so, man. Remember when we had things to do every week? We weren't just hanging around. That was great.
Yep.
Maybe someday we'll do that again. But we'll see you in Chicago.